The Three-Body Problem by Cixin Liu. The Three-Body Problem, written by Cixin Liu, was published in 2008 and became the most popular science fiction novel in China. It was translated into English by Ken Liu and published by Tor Books in 2014. It is not a standalone novel, but part of a trilogy called The Remembrance of Earth's Past. The other two books in the trilogy being Dark Forest and Death's End. Although Chinese readers refer to the whole series by the name of the first novel, that is, The Three-Body Problem. The three-body problem is one of the oldest problems in classical dynamics and continues to throw up surprises now and then. It arose in an attempt to understand the sun's effect on the moon's motion around the earth. This was of much practical importance in marine navigation, as lunar tables were necessary to accurately predict the longitude at sea. The gravitational problem of three bodies, in its traditional sense, dates in substance from 1687, when Isaac Newton first published his Principia. Newton took the first steps in the study and definition of the problem of movement of three massive bodies which are subject to their mutually perturbing gravitational attractions. The term three-body problem is sometimes used in a more general sense, where it refers to any physical problem involving the interaction of three bodies. So where does the three-body problem of classical dynamics fit into Cixin Liu's three-body problem novel? Well, the setting is a game. A video game, a highly advanced video game. Players are required to wear something that they call a V-suit. This V-suit makes your environment come alive. It makes your senses come alive. It makes you feel hot, cold, rain, wind. So your senses are alive. So you actually feel that you're a part of the environment. Players are required to use their retina scan as login. So that's like their password. Once they enter into this world, or this computer game, you are transported to an Earth-like planet whose climate shifts randomly from a chaotic era to a stable era. During the chaotic era, the weather oscillates unpredictably between extreme cold and extreme heat, sometimes within minutes. The inhabitants, who are represented as having human bodies, find ways to predict chaotic era so that they can better survive. Unlike humans, the inhabitants of this planet have evolved. They have found a way to dehydrate their bodies of water, turning into small sheets of canvas which are rolled up and kept in dehydrators, where they are required to be hydrated once a stable era comes. Of course, in order to hydrate them once again, they have to be people who are not dehydrated. So the players who log into this game, the three-body problem, encounter many civilizations as they are wiped out and are reborn and wiped out and reborn as the time progresses. Characters resembling Mosey, Aristotle, Newton try and fail to remodel the climate and understand the working of the universe as multiple civilizations are wiped out. So players who have logged into this game, their objective is to understand the working of this universe. And somehow the working of the universe holds the key to the setting of the book. Now let's get back to the setting of the book. So how is this game, the three-body problem, connected to the rest of the book? Well, the setting is such that a connected group of physicists have been committing suicide. And they've been leaving cryptic notes indicating that the laws of physics don't exist anymore. Our protagonist Wang is strong-armed into this crime investigation and soon discovers that the answer to the problem lies in the game, the three-body problem. Let's talk a little about the characters in this book. Our characters are introduced to us in a varying timeline as the book moves from the past to the future and to contemporary times. In order to empathize with your characters or to understand exactly how they are feeling, you have to have some understanding of their culture and of course of the setting that they are currently placed in. For example, Yi an astrophysicist, is introduced to us in the height of the Cultural Revolution, 1967. Now, to understand what the Cultural Revolution was is important, or how the Communist Party of Mao affected China and the thinking by large of the people at the time is important. Because once you have a little background understanding of that period, you would understand the dialogues better, or you'll understand why the character is behaving in the manner that she is behaving. As you go deeper into the plot, the character's arc starts to feel convincing, and the character's conflicts, desires, fears, they seem to grow on you. The book flows with a good rhythm, even though it's fluctuating between timelines. At no point do you find yourself lost or detached from your characters. Now let me warn you, later chapters do cover some very advanced mathematical concepts which some readers might find overwhelming. But it is all very well integrated into the dialogue and really gives you a glimpse into the minds of theoretical physicists. Well, that said, I feel Ken Liu has done a good job with the translation. He's provided little footnotes in the end just to clarify certain aspects of the Chinese thinking or the Chinese culture. The Three-Body Problem is the first Asian novel to win the Hugo Award for the best novel. That's a little bit of trivia for you. So who would I recommend this book to? Well, in my opinion, anyone who's ever looked up to the stars and wondered, is there intelligent life out there, must read this book. For if there is, what would be our first contact? Well, if you found this review of the Three-Body Problem interesting, do give us a like and do subscribe to the realm. Good luck.